Go.
Welcome to PNW Daily, living and fishing in the Pacific Northwest. I'm Brian Henderson, and today we're going to talk about the 2024 Fall Salmon Opening Weekend. There were some fish out there, but boy did you really have to make a run to find them. I started out my day on the Nooksack River, but finding out that it was a no-go, I headed out to Deception Pass. There are 3 different zones there at Deception Pass, with Marine Area 6 and my favorite, Marine Area 8-1. I just love Deception Pass and heading out to that north beach there with a great view of the Deception Pass Bridge. Of course, you can throw out buzz bombs and catch pinks on odd years, but this year you could also keep a sockeye if you found a late season straggler headed for the Skagit River. As I scan the beach, you can see that there's really not a lot of people on the beach. That's because it's a Thursday. As I head over to Marine Area 6 on West Beach, there's not very many people there either. There are some beach walkers there though, as it is low tide. I scan off into the distance to see if I can count how many fishing boats are out there, to see if there's anybody out there hunting coho. I could only see one boat, so it did not bode well for my chances. Out here at Deception Pass State Park, on the kayak. Yeah. Haven't gotten any visits from any seals yet, but we'll see. Just trolling a little 50-50. Now we get to the fun part of the video where I've done all my scouting, I've done all my setup, I've got on the kayak, and I'm actually fishing at this point. I am trolling right now with my 9-foot drift rod. I usually use it to throw out those hoochie spinners that I talk about a lot here on PNW Daily, as you see right there in the picture. It's a 9-foot Okuma SST drift rod, and because it can only throw 1 ounce lures, I'm using a diver, one of those deep 6 divers. I've got just my 60-foot diver on there. The reel I have on there is an Okuma Epixer 30. It has 18 pounds of drag, a good, nice, solid beast of a reel. The other rod I have with me is for jigging, throwing out buzz bombs. It's a Okuma Guide Select Pro. It's an 7.6. It's actually a twitching rod. It's a 1-piece. The reel I have on it is an Okuma ITX 3000, a Japanese designed reel. Absolutely amazing. I love that setup right there. I even use that rod for bass season. I'm going to troll around a little bit, going to cast out that buzz bomb a little bit. Now, the other rod that I have with me that I'm trolling with is my 8-foot Daiwa Wilderness trolling rod. The reason I have this one is it doesn't have weight restrictions, and if you're going to be trolling in the Puget Sound, you need something that goes deep, and 12 ounces of lead gets you down to 120 feet at the trolling speed that I am at on the kayak, and that's just a guesstimation. I could be a little bit high, a little bit low, but I do have my Okuma Magda, and it has a line counter on there, so I know exactly how much line I have out, and with that 10-12 ounces when I'm using that big heavy lead, it's right underneath me. Alright, so if you've stuck with me this far, here's the good part. If you're ready to go fishing this week, this is where you need to go. Your best bets are going to be Marine Area 9 at Possession Point. If you're in a boat, you want to troll over Possession Bar. If you're on the bank, just go to the state park down there. Otherwise, hit Fort Casey if you're coming from the north like Bellingham. You don't want to drive all the way down to southern Whidbey Island. That's okay. I understand. That's a long drive. Hit Fort Casey. Just cast off the beach there. Over the course of opening weekend, I hit a lot of places, a lot of bodies of water. I even made it up to Baker Lake. But one place I wanted to talk about was the Samish River. Now, if you have ever fished the Samish River in years past, you understand why they made the rule change, why they added the new zone. But one thing I hate about it is they want you to use bait. But since the hoochie spinner really just looks like a trout spinner that you troll with, I don't see the big deal in just throwing on a power bait egg or something like that, because in the end, that's bait. But the main thing is you need to be aware of the rule change, the new zone, and as always, download the Fishwa app so you can try to decipher the new WDFW rules each season. Tight lines!